Hey, Vanessa Joy here, wedding photographer, and since you all really liked my wedding photography confessional story about when a wedding photo session got violent, I decided to do another one for you, but this one is going to be my top 10, I think there's more than 10, ridiculous things that have happened on a wedding day. So I've got everything from what a bride says to what a groom said to really stupid shit I've done, to be honest. I'm just gonna give it all to you. I actually have it all written down, and this is from August 29th, 2018, because at once I thought I would put this all into a book, and I still might, but here's just a quick rundown. I'm gonna call this That Time When. That time when my bride, after being frustrated with family photos, took off her entire wedding dress before the ceremony and laid on the couch naked. Before we jump into this, make sure that you download my free posing inspiration guide. We could all use some inspiration. Get that in the link below with lots of ideas on how to pose groups and individuals. That time when I was a jerk face and didn't let one of my brides have a picture to make Christmas cards with, got in a huge fight with her, emails back and forth, blah, 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 blah. All I was trying to do was, stick to my guns and charge $85 for the photo that they wanted. And long story short, don't fight with your clients over $85. Be nice, give them a complimentary photo. Okay, that time, this is also my fault, man. That time when I got yelled at by a maitre d' for not dressing in all black, and I yelled back and told him that I didn't work for him. And then later, someone not to be named hid the vendor dinners in various parts of the room, including the air vents and plants and underneath the tables. So later they discovered the awful smell of rotting chicken, but they didn't know where it was coming from. That time when my bride told me that she hated her engagement pictures before she saw them because she had gone home after the engagement session and saw that her hair was windblown. Never again will I let a bride or groom leave a session with their hair looking all crazy. By the way, she ended up liking her photos. That time when a father of the bride from another wedding fought with us in a park over park space and violently grabbed the wedding planner. There's a whole video on that. That time when the maitre d' thought that I was insulting the chef's knowledge of portion control because I complained that their vendor meal consisted of only 4 pieces of ravioli. 4 pieces of ravioli just ain't doing it for me. Yes, I know, bring granola bars, bring your own food. Now I actually order Seamless or Grubhub and have it delivered on time for when the bride and groom are eating, when the couple is eating. That time when I was a second shooter and got the groomsmen too crazy and doing a really wild jumping type fun pose, and the groom ended up bleeding and the bride started fighting with the groom for acting like an idiot. That was my fault. Sorry. That time when the groom was doing lines in the bathroom. Yep, there's drugs at weddings. That time when the maitre d' mouthed off to me in front of a couple and I gave him a piece of my mind and told him that he did not need to talk to me like that, especially in front of clients. He did apologize. That time when the mother of the bride threatened to sue me over a photo contest. If you subscribe to my email list, down in the link below where you see free posing guide, I actually send you a couple emails which tells you that full story. You might already know it. That time when I realized divorce happens. And I realized it because I emailed one of my couples asking if they wanted to finish their wedding album. It was about 6 months after their wedding. They did not want their wedding album because they were already divorced. And then she also asked me to please not wish them happy anniversary on social media, like I typically do with all of my couples. I wish them a happy 1-year anniversary on their 1-year anniversary. She asked that I not do that for obvious reasons. That time, and this, I wasn't even working this wedding, I was attending this one. That time when the bride was dancing with her grandfather and stepping on his feet to look cute like a little girl dancing on her grandfather's feet, but it accidentally pulled his pants down. That time when my second photographer bailed on me just 3 days before the wedding because the travel was too far. Let me tell you something, people. If you are working for another photographer on a wedding, granted, yes, should I have told her where it was, even though I didn't think it was that far, but it was for her. I get that. But if you're gonna bail, either 1, find a replacement, 2, apologize, and 3, maybe work it out where you just ask to get paid more for the travel. Anything better than what this girl did. That time when I couldn't stop coughing during family photos. Oh my God, I was so sick and I'm posing the family, and then all of a sudden, it was way before the Rona, but the Rona got me and I was coughing for at least 5 minutes while the entire family stared at me. The worst. That time when mom had a nervous breakdown because I asked dad to be in a picture with her. Ever since then, I ask people about family difficulties and if there are any relationship issues that I should know. But basically what happened was I had the father of the bride in there with the bride and the rest of the family. And I said, Mom, can you step in? Or it was the other way around. Mom was in the picture. Dad, can you step in? And as dad stepped in, mom walked out and said, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. Wish I had known that. I've definitely had that happen on other occasions where certain people walk in the photo and someone else walks out. You know what? It is my job to try to maintain all of the, relational issues. But can I just say, people, the wedding is not about you. And you can hold it together for one picture for someone you theoretically care about. Okay. That time when the shuttle transport for the for the guests to the ceremony was 2 hours late. There was a water main break or a flood, and all of the guests were coming over on a shuttle, on a bus, and then ended up being 2 hours late. That time when the bride refused to get into her wedding dress until her poo juice worked. Her coffee. She was drinking her coffee and refused to get into her wedding dress until she pooped. I mean, makes sense. That time when, actually all the times, when there were dance parties in the back room having to do with light stands for poles. You know what? When you're working a wedding, sometimes you just gotta dance it out. Everyone else is dancing, but you have to hide to dance because people don't like when you actually dance. That time when I had to ask the bartender for ice for my breast milk and the maitre d' if I could pump in her copy room. Yeah, working as a wedding professional when you've just had a baby, some real dignifying joys there. That time when I locked my keys in the car at a photo session location. Yep, locked most of my gear in the trunk, keys in my car at a touristy beach location, and we had to go to the ceremony. Well, my husband saved the day on that one because he came, spare key, got my car, drove my car and my gear, which had my flashes in it, and I needed it for the reception, which I did not have on me, drove it to the reception hall, gave me my gear, gave me my key, and went along his merry way. And my dad, I believe, had to come with him too. Yeah, don't lock your keys in your car. I keep them on my body at all times now. That time when the drunk guy was pissed that the photo booth was closed, I used to do photo booths, and he yelled in my face, "Do your f***ing job, bitch." Oh yeah, that was a good one. Now I have a harassment clause in my contract. That time when my bride almost had a meltdown pre-ceremony because everything was wrong with her hair and dress and veil, and then she didn't smile all day long. That is sad. That happens. That happens sometimes. They're just not happy on their wedding day. That time when the DJ stole a monopod from us. Yep, it happened. That time when the stand in the bridesmaid, oh my God, that's right. So basically stand-in bridesmaid, something went wrong with one of the bridesmaids. Maybe she gave birth, maybe she had a fight with the, I don't know, bride, groom, whatever. And then the stand-in bridesmaid gets called, and this bridesmaid refused to wear her dress, her bridesmaid's dress, after the ceremony, ditched the picture photo session with the bridal party, and then changed into her own dress that she wanted to wear to walk in and be announced with the rest of the bridal party who was wearing the correct bridesmaid's dress. She decided to change and wear her own dress. Weddings are not about you unless you're the couple getting married. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed story time here. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, comment, and share. Oh, and by all means, tell me some of your favorite That Time When stories when you were working on Photojob. Bye.